Hi everyone, my name is Heather Burt, and for the topic research project, I decided to choose the Olweus Bullying Prevention Program. This is a program offered for all students in grades K through 12. I chose the Olweus Bullying Prevention Program because I do have some background experience with this program, as we did try to initiate the program at my home school. I'll get into a little bit later how that played out for us, but let's just talk about the program itself. The Olweus is a world leader in bullying prevention. The program offers 4 key principles that support the creation of safe schools and reduce bullying. Those principles include creating warmth, positive interest, and having involvement from adults. That's a very key aspect of the program. There are firm limits on the unacceptable behavior. There's consistent application of non-punitive, non-physical sanctions for unacceptable behavior or violation of rules. And in this program, there are adults who act as authorities and positive role models. Like I said, the involvement from the adults in the school is very important, but the students and the rest of the school community come into play as well. So how does the program work? The Olweus is more than just an occasional curriculum presented during a school semester. It is a year-round program for positive change. It's used throughout the entire school setting and encourages involvement from all students, teachers, counselors, parents, and community leaders. With the Olweus program, positive change is experienced throughout the whole school climate. The school becomes a place where all students feel safe, are ready to learn, and can achieve academic success. It's definitely a school-wide program, and in my opinion, it is a very good program for the prevention of bullying and behaviors that are antisocial and make kids feel uncomfortable. The Olweus has a definition of bullying, and I know when I was trained in the program, this definition kind of hit me, because it's hard to nail down exactly what bullying is, but I think they did a good job. Their definition is that it's unwanted, aggressive behavior that involves a real or perceived power of imbalance. And it's not just one-time thing. This is something, the behavior is something that's typically repeated over time. Bullying is recognized as an urgent public health issue and remains prevalent in schools around the world. We can't ignore that. Bullying is not something of the past. It is occurring in our schools with our children and even in our adult lives. So when you break down the program into all the people who are involved, as far as the school level, this is where you are establishing a bullying prevention coordinating committee. You're conducting committee and staff trainings. You're administering the Olweus bullying questionnaire. That's that first step when you start the program with the students. The questionnaires is actually community-wide, so it will be given to the teachers, the students, and other participants in the school community. If you're in charge of the school level, you're holding staff discussion groups. You're responsible for introducing the school rules against bullying, refining the school's supervisory system. It's important to hold a kickoff event. I remember from the training, this was the big selling point. You have to get everyone on board, and sometimes that can be difficult. But having a school kickoff event that the students can look forward to, get excited about, and be eager to listen and learn about the program. And you definitely want to involve the parents with this as well. On the classroom level, this is where the teachers will post and enforce the school-wide rules against bullying. You're to hold regular class meetings. Now, I mean, for us at the homeschool that I work at, this was the most difficult part in order finding time in the school day, in the school year, to have these regular class meetings and then have additional meetings with students' parents. On the individual level, the teacher level, you're supervising students' activities. You ensure that all staff intervene on the spot when bullying occurs. Um, you do not want to be, someone that stands by and watches. You need to intervene immediately, and that has to be across the board with everyone. You're going to hold meetings with students involved in bullying, hold meetings with parents involved, students, and develop individual intervention plans for involved students. On the community level, you want to involve community members into the program. You want to develop partnerships to support your program and help spread anti-bullying messages and best practice throughout the whole community. That's, behavior on the sports fields, in the band, at different school functions, on field trips. This is something that has to, cross over all genres of school life. So how do you get it? You can purchase an online subscription through Hazelden On Demand. I see this as the more economical version of the program. This is where you're going to get all of the digital information that you need, and it's the same materials, the same videos, handouts, and literature. Or you can purchase the physical materials, the hard copies for the program. That would be all of the books involved, the different videos on discs. That you would need to start the program. Also, information on class meetings and the questionnaires and everything. It's a very detailed program. As far as the cost is concerned, when you look at the cost, you have to think of that it includes the initial training. That's a group of people from the school who are going to be trained specifically in the program. You have the consultation of, the program representatives and your school, and you have meetings talking about how you're going to start and utilize the program. And then the program materials, all of the literature and videos and all of that. Just for the trainer consultant rates, they vary, but they cannot be more than $3,000, and it's a 2-day committee training, plus up to an additional $125 per hour per school for the consultation that follows after that initial training. If your district has more than 3 school buildings, it may be more cost-effective to have someone from the school district itself become an Olweus certified trainer consultant. And that certification course, the registration for that is close to $4,000. So it is an expensive program. When you do go and you get the materials, you have the 2 main books and then the online questionnaire that comes with those main sections. And then you also have the supplemental materials that cover class meetings, making sure that you're having class meetings that matter, and that's by grade level. As a part of the supplemental materials, there's the cyberbullying course. I feel that should come with the first initial package because it is just so prevalent, in our students' lives, their life on the net, and through all the different apps and everything. I feel like that shouldn't be a supplemental thing. That should be part of the core material. So my thoughts on the program: I think it's an amazing program. I think its core values and principles are exactly what I would want for my students, for my school. I work in a high school, and like I said, we did try to initiate the program. I went through the training. We did, the first year, we didn't follow everything the way that we should have, and then getting everyone on board. That's the main thing. Um, and the toughest sell was actually to the other teachers because they weren't comfortable with the material or discussing things like this with the students. So getting them to come on board was difficult, but also in a high school setting with teenagers, they didn't think that we had a bullying problem. And they were kind of reluctant to listen to the definition of bullying and look kind of deeper into their lives every day at school to see that this could be an issue and there are ways that we, the adults, can help them through it. But all in all, I think it's a very good program. I'm glad to have been trained in it and have the knowledge, in my suitcase of knowledge that I can carry with me throughout my experience teaching. Thank you for listening, and I hope that I gave you some good information about the Olweus Anti-Bullying Prevention Program.